a few things that's going to help you. Again, March is Women's History Month, right? So again, happy History Month to all of my ladies. Thank you for those who have logged on, who have tagged me, who have texted me. Thank you to all of those who support the show, who support the live. Thank you for all of those who always, right, logged on. Again, a special shout out to Radio Télépuissance for streaming on Roku. We are streaming on Roku. So it is a privilege to be here before you guys. I do not take this lightly. You could have been anywhere. You could have been listening to anybody, but you decide to come on and lend me your ears, right? Bonsoir tout le monde. Captain Deo, non moi c'est Daniela. Moi, c'est un programme que nous mettons sous pied. Chaque lundi, vin parler avec nous. Donc, quelques bagages qui ka aider nous à progresser dans la vie, non. Ça, les plus basés sur finance, right? Mais, parce que nous connaissons finance, c'est fondation tout bagage dans la vie. So, non, moi, c'est Daniela. Moi, c'est un financial broker. Moi, vive Florida, mais quelque soit côté, dans 50 États. Unis, Puerto Rico, avec Canada, moi capable de nous. Right? So, si information moi bay lan, li, nous ka relater avec li approprié avec nous et nous besoin plus d'informations, nous ka voyer message bon moi, cherchez moi sur Facebook, Daniella Noel, c'est non moi sur Facebook et nous capable connecter comme ça. OK? So, moi c'est moi yo dédié pour femmes pour regarder comment et filles ou histoire fille fait dans communauté nous dans pays nous dans nation dans monde là comment que ça femme fait comment il affecter nous positive of course, right? So moi salue toutes filles qui écouté et happy history month, right? Happy history month. Hello benefits to all the ladies. So my talk have been focusing on ladies. Guys, you can use them too, right? But I want to take the time to focus, to highlight women and to help them get to the next level, right? So on the show, I always talk about mindset. You have to educate yourself, right? Because yeah, we may have gone to school, we may have gotten a degree, but the degree, the certificate that you got, it's not for, it doesn't mean that your education end. Actually, that's the beginning. They give you a certificate now to go learn, right? Real life. Myself, I have a background in finance and business. I have an accounting degree and I have a business degree. And a lot of the things that I share with you guys, I didn't learn them in school. My accounting, my business degree, they taught me how to manage somebody's balance sheet, right? To make sure that I don't keep the company in red, to make sure that I am making improvement for them, their bottom line. So when it wasn't until I got my license, the 215 license, which I would encourage everybody to get, right? You don't have to do what I do, become a professional and teach and help, but to learn. Because I keep saying nobody's coming to save us, we have to save ourselves. And that starts with education. We have to self-educate. And again, I didn't get the information that I've been sharing for almost 2 years on this platform. I didn't get them from school. Again, I learned about I heard about compounding interest in school. Nobody taught me how to make it work for me, right? So again, we have to position ourselves to self-educate. C'est nous-mêmes qui pour éduquer tête nous. Nous à l'école, oui, nous prenons degré. Degré 1, pas dit que nous finissons à apprendre. Au côté, c'est commencer. Li ba on certificat pour commencer à l'apprendre. Parce que en pile bagay qu'on apprend dans la classe, non, vraiment, yo pas utiliser ou dans travail ou pas vrai? Parce que c'est là dans travail là ou apprendre skill yo vraiment. Pas vrai? So, li ka à l'école, li livre, right? L'école yo ba ou théorie. Mais c'est là dans travail là ou pratiquer. So en pile bagay que nous devons apprendre, yo pas apprendre nous l'école. Yo apprendre nous assez pour nous ka devenir un employé pour l'autre monde, pour nous capable faire mon affaire comme. So aujourd'hui, on va parler de livre, right? So again, welcome everyone. Would you please like, share, and follow if you are not following me? I would encourage you to do so. This platform, all we do is provide financial literacy, right? So because we know that it's needed, finance is the foundation of all things, right? If we don't have money, if we don't know how to manage it, right? From personal to business to corporations to a nation, right? We're going to be in trouble. So I always encourage, hey, put yourself in the right environment. So this is the right environment. So if you're not following me, follow me so that when I come on, you'll get notification. You get notified. So would you please like, share, and follow the live so that I can stay on and come back and share with you guys. So I want to talk to the ladies who want to go to next level, right? Whatever that next level is. Hey, is it, increasing your income? Better fitness, right? Losing weight, right? Or shaping your mindset, rewiring your mindset. It starts in the mind. Everything starts in the mind, right? What are you thinking of? Your thoughts, right, will dictate your life. Are you having positive thoughts or negative thoughts, right? So we know that our mind, our thoughts dictate our lives. So I always say get educated, self-education, but I never really give you guys the tools. So today I want to give you some tools, right, that really going to help you. The first thing is the mindset, right? What are you listening to? Who are you listening to? Who is in your ears, right? Your ear gates control your thoughts, right? Your ear gates go straight to your mind. So, what are you listening to? What are you reading, right? Um, a very long time ago, I turned my car into a mobile library. I don't listen to music. I don't even turn on my radio, right? So a lot of times people say, hey, how do you get your news? I get bits and pieces of news from TikTok, from Instagram, or if the sky is falling, somebody's gonna call me, right? I'm sure you guys gonna call me and say, hey, Daniela, the sky is falling. I don't watch the news because I am a crybaby. I'm very soft, and I used to cry every night when I used to watch the news, right? Because again, it used to break my heart seeing crimes that have been going on, whether on adults, on kids, on women, and I couldn't stand it. So I shut that. So again, about 5 years ago, I got my 215 license. And the best thing that came out of that is how my mind was opened to things that I thought I should have learned in school, right? So I want to share some of the things that I read, some of the things that I learned that shaped my life and allows me to help others shape their lives. So, first of all, everything that we need to know in books, right? It is said if you want to hide something from certain people, right, put it in books. So guess what? So we need to defeat that mindset. We need to shift, right? Let's defeat that. Let's start reading, right? Because again, information is been shared is hidden in books. Now, I know some of us, we do the TikTok, we, get the 2 minutes or 30-second reels. No, we need to do deep dive, right, into our own learning, into our own reading so that we can change our lives, right? So it is shown that 88% of those are wealthy or what we consider successful or the type, 1%ers, 5%ers. What they do, they read. They are continuous learners. And we see that when we study them, it shows that most of them, if not all of them, at least spend, right, at least 30 minutes reading. Minimum 30 minutes reading. Now, and there are some, their goal is to read a book, a week or a book a month. What are you reading? Thank you guys for joining. Thank you. Thank you for following me. Would you please like, share, and follow if you're not following me? Right? So, financial education starts with self education, with mindset. Again, what are you listening to? Are you listening to music all the time, right? Or are you creating that space for you to learn, for you to read? Again, the top millionaires, the top leaders, they read. We know if you want to be a leader, you have a leader is a reader. So again, a lot of the information I've been sharing with you guys, they are drawn in books. And the best thing that happened to me when I got my 215 license was push me to read, right? Because I have to read to be able to share with my clients. So if you are one who are looking to elevate your financial intelligence, your financial literacy, I'm encouraging you get a 215 license. If you want to know how to get it, you can reach out to me. You can DM me and I will show you how to get the 215 license. So let's dive into some of the books that have helped me, right? Shape my life, shape my mind. So the first one, of course, is the Bible, right? Whether you are religious or not, the Bible, right, is a guide book, right? It is a map for your life. So again, a lot of people, the atheists, they read it, but some of us Christian, we don't read it. So we first book we need to be reading is the Bible, as it is a book of instruction, right? First book. The second book after the Bible that is most read, right? And this has been translated in, I think, in every single language, right? Is Think and Grow Rich, right? Again, a lot of people, like for me personally, and the book is written by Napoleon Hill, right? Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich. The premise of the book is how your mind, right? Your mind, if you master your mind, how it can make you money. Your thoughts, if you master your thoughts, how it can make you money. And a lot of times, so what I draw from it is that your thoughts can make you a millionaire. Your ideas, right, can make you millionaires. Everything that we see, that we touch, start with an idea. The bottle, right, the water bottle starts with an idea. The chair that we are sitting on, it started in the mind. So we have to shape our minds. And one thing I got from the book is goals. What are your goals? Are you just living from day to day, like going to life like you got infinity and time is on your side? No. Do you have a plan for your life, right? So again, the Bible says, right? Habakkuk 2:2 says, write a vision, make it plain. So you may have an idea in your mind, but if you don't write it down, and one of the things that's really captured in Think and Grow Rich, when you think of something, write it down, right? Because you may have an idea and it escapes you, right? It may take a week, 2 weeks, a month, and it escapes you. Another thing you should be practicing, hey, have a notebook, have a small notebook. Oh, now we have our fancy devices, right? Notes. When something pop in your head, write it down, right? So don't just think what's going on. Your memory is limited, right? So write it down because you don't know what you can use with that idea, what you can do with that idea, right? Can be to invent something, right? Again, everything that we have started in the mind. It was an idea that came into fruition. Again, Think and Grow Rich. If you have not read it, you need to go and grab it. And one of our top mindset leader, right, Bob Proctor, literally, right, practiced this book and it changed his life. And in turn, Bob Proctor was able to help millions of others, right, millions of people shape their mind, change their life. Again, leaders are readers, so we need to be reading. The first book is the Bible, of course. The second book, this is the most read book on the planet, Think and Grow Rich. So grab you one, I think I have that on PDF. So a lot of the books I'm going to be sharing with you guys, I have them on PDF. Again, you have to have a vision. What is the vision for your life? Again, do not keep it in your head. Do not. You need to write it down, right? And don't just write goals. You have to come up with a plan. You have to have, right, a path to achieve them, right? If you want to earn $1 million, right? You're not earning $1 million now. So you need to have a roadmap. How you're gonna get to that $1 million, right? How much money you need to make a month. If you want to get that $1 million in a year, how much do you have to make every month? How much you have to make every week? How much you have to make every day, right? Have the goals, but also have action plan, because you can have the goal. If you're not taking action, it's not going to come into fruition. Then you have to have a roadmap. And sometimes you need to get to a mentor. Every mentor has a mentor, right? Because guess what? Your mentor not only will hold you accountable, right, to your goals, to your dreams, but also can lead you the easier path, because everything that you want, somebody else has already done it, right? Thank you guys for joining the live. Thank you. Would you please like, share, and follow, so that I can stay on, and when I come on, you guys can find me, right? So we are talking about books, about things that we should be doing if you want to elevate your life, right? It starts in your mind. Your next level starts in your mind, and how you're gonna get there. It's not gonna come to you just like that. You're gonna have to put some efforts in. Again, all of the major leaders, right? Top leaders, top wealthy people, what they do, one thing they have in common, they are all learners, they are all readers, right? Yes, we like to jump on, we like to have the microwave information, get that 30-second reel on TikTok, 30-second reel on Instagram. No, that's not even touch the surface of any. You cannot teach anybody anything in 2 minutes, right? It does not. It takes longer than that. You need to get to that point where you're educating yourself. And the easiest way, right, to do it is reading. Yeah, people like audio. I like audiobooks too. I do a lot of audiobooks, right? Turn your car into a mobile library. What are you letting into your ear? What are you listening to? What is your environment? All want money, but is your environment conducive? Money, we don't chase money, we attract money. Is your environment, right, clean enough, right? Your surroundings, those around you, do they have the same mindset as you? Are they looking to make money? Are they looking to add money, right? Again, you cannot share your big dream, right, with a narrow-minded person. You have to be in a circle where you are like-minded, who are growing together with you. Again, got to write the vision, got to make it plain, right? Make the vision, write it plain. So again, you need to have it in writing. You need to have a roadmap. How do you see yourself? Where do you want to go in the next? We've already in the third month of the year. For the next 9 months, where do you see yourself? Do you have a list of things that you want to do? And do you have the roadmap to get there, right? Again, we need to get in the space to self-educate, because it's not taught in school intentionally, because when you know better, you do better. They just, right, keep us enough, right, so that we just go in line. They don't teach us how to think in school, right? They just teach you enough or push you to learn enough so that you can make somebody else's rich. You can run somebody else's business, but never yourself, right? Again, I have an accounting background. I did not learn how to make money for myself. I was taught how to make money for somebody else. I was not taught how to grow my money, right? So it wasn't until I got my 215 license that I was forced to read, right? Again, gotta change our emotional, right? Our emotion are killing us. We need to become more emotional intelligence. Again, we need to learn from others who have done the research, right? Who've done the study, who've studied people. Again, we have to increase our emotional IQ. So that's my third book, right? Emotional IQ, emotional intelligence, right? You gotta change our mindset. We need to learn how to control our emotions. You cannot say everything that you want, regardless of the situation. You gotta control your emotions, right? Emotional intelligence, right? That is the mindset. So we got to change our mind. We got to change our mind. Now, again, you may be in a position that you don't like where your life is going, but you become procrastinate, you negotiate with yourself, you have limiting, self-belief. We got to get rid of all of those. Got to get rid of the self limiting beliefs. We have to make a decision. This book, yeah, once you decide that you want to change your life, right, then you're going to have to find the tools. You have to make a decision. If you keep doing the same things over and over, nothing's going to happen, because we know exactly what it means when you're doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. That's called insanity, right? So we need to make a decision to change your life, right? um I have one mentor coach, personal coach, that I worked with a couple years ago. And the first thing that she had suggested for me to do, again, read. We have to read. We have to read. We have to self educate. It's the power of decision. Oh my God. You see, I still have my tags. Like so many things that I needed to change, right? I needed to work on. You have to make the decision to change your life, right? Well, that was April 2021. Okay, that's 5 years, right? And one of the things I wrote in the back of my book, the expectations for myself, I expect to be happy, healthy, wealthy, right? And 2021, I expected to see my mom alive. My mom has passed 2 years now. Actually, yesterday was 2 years since I buried my mom. Didn't get to see that, right? But again, you have to make a decision how you want to see your life, right? So again, make a decision. The power of decision, a step-by-step program to overcome indecision in life without failure forever, right? um Indecision is a decision, right? When you when you don't action on the things that you want to do, right? Lack of decision is when you are indecisive. That is a decision that you've made, right? So one of the books, right? So we're gonna shift. So now we have the mind, pruned. We're gonna read the Bible, right? Because is a guide, right? It's a roadmap. The second book is Think and Grow Rich. Again, your thoughts will make you money. Your thoughts will make you money. What are you thinking? Are you thinking positive thoughts or negative thoughts, right? When you have an idea, when you have a thought, write it down so that it does not escape you, right? Make a habit of writing your ideas down, because they can turn into a goal, can turn into something that can help somebody, right? Again, have a vision for your life. What do you want to see yourself? Where do you want to go the next 9 months? How are you going to achieve them? You need to come up with a plan, right? Have to have a roadmap. The So now we're gonna switch into the financial literacy. Now that we have the mindset, we have the right attitude about money, we have the right environment, we've pruned, right? The dirt, we've tilted. Now we're gonna start, building. Um, Ideally, I hope everybody want to live, you know, a stable life, peaceful life, joyful life, right? Um, Financial freedom, peace of mind. Again, that's going to start by changing. By the things that you used to do, you cannot do them anymore. Do you have a budget, right? Do you know how to manage your debt? Are you saving? Do you have an emergency fund? Right? Now that you have a budget, getting rid of your debt, you're saving, you have an emergency fund. Now you can invest, right? It's one of the easiest ways to build wealth. Proper protection for your family. If you should die today, what will be your family situation? Is it going to be chaotic or is it going to be peace, right? Yes, I know you pass, they're going to mourn you, but, right? What are you leaving behind? What is the legacy? Are you leaving again chaos, turmoil for your family, or are you leaving peace? Do you have the tools? Do you have the right foundation to leave a legacy, leave your family better than than you found them? Again, insurance, life insurance is the foundation to building wealth. Everything in this world is insurance, right? You insure your phone, you insure your car, your home, right? Everything is insurance. So is your family insured? Is your money insured? Do you have insurance on your income? Do you have a way to replace your income if you should get sick? You have insurance on your income if you are the primary breadwinner, if you are the breadwinner in your house and you are no longer here. Will your kids be able to go to college or will they have to go into debt, right? Will your family lose the house? Ladies, we are living longer than men. It is shown we live in 5 to 7 years longer than them. Do you have the right tools? Do you have the foundation? If you are married in a relationship and your partner is deceased, will you be able to hold down the fort? Will you be able to hold down the house? Or will you have to sell the house? Will you have to downgrade, right? Downsize. But when you have the right foundation, when you have insurance on yourself, on your kids, guess what? Gives you financial freedom, financial peace, right? Ladies, we need to get our ducks in a row. We need to get ourselves together. Again, starts with the mindset, right? Taking action, that thing that you've been wanting to do, right? That exam that you need to go take, that mammogram, that colonoscopy, go ahead and get it done. We need to take action because you know what? At some point in your life, you will be solely responsible for your life, including your finances, because we are living much longer. Now, if your husband, your partner is gone, what will your life look like, right? If you are single, what does your financial life looks like? Do you have everything that you need, right, to live a fruitful, prosperous, abundant life? Ladies, retirement. What does your retirement looks like? Don't tell me your husband is a retirement. He's gonna pass before you. So you need to have your own retirement plan, right? So if I were to encourage you to read a book. The second book, besides Think and Grow Rich, would be The Automatic Millionaire. Ladies, 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 the interest rates, the late fees, right? The overdraft fees are draining our wealth, right? Learn to put everything that you can on automatic. And of course, got to have a budget. You have to know what's coming in, what's going out, right? We need to do that. So the book, I love this author, David Bach, Bach. So he has The Automatic Millionaire, encouraging you, right? It's a personalized plan to live and finish rich automatically. Avoid the late fees, right? This book teaches you how you can negotiate your interest rate with anybody that you own money to, right? Your bank, your credit card, your auto. Learn how to negotiate. Don't take what they give you as gold, right? Shop around. Again, we need to learn. They put information in books because they know that we're not going to read. We need to read. Leaders are readers, right? We see that 88% of those wealthy people, they spend at least 30 minutes reading. Start. If 30 minutes is too much for you, start with 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Read a book, read a page, right? You don't have to read the whole book in one night. Although I've done that in the past. When I first moved here, I spoke no English. So my go-to author was Danielle Steele, right? So I would stay up one like night, right? 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to read Danielle Steele. That's why I was able to learn English at a very fast pace, right? So again, a book a month, a book a week, right? Start somewhere, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then increase it to 30 minutes, right? Again, yes, we want to read those things that interest you, but are they really improving your life, right? So again, the second next book I want to talk to you guys about is this guy. It's a big book, right? It'll probably take you 2 months, 3 months. Money Mastery by Tony Robbins, right? You know that thing that when you go to work, that they give it to you as a bonus, as a fringe benefits. Is it four-letter 401k, right? That four-letter word 401k, right? Do you know how that 401k works? Or is it because they give it to you, they give you a match, and okay, you take it? But this book, Master Money Mastery, right? Mastering the game. If you want financial freedom, right? He breaks it down in 7 simple steps. And this book will open your eyes about your 401k, right? So again, your 401k has over 17 fees, 17 hidden fees, right? They will never tell you that. They will not. Most people don't realize that you're paying people to manage that money for you. On an average, 2%. You're paying someone to manage your 401k 2%, whether you make money or not, because guess what? It's in the market. They don't give you guarantee. They cannot guarantee that you're going to make money, but they are managing your account. They are going to charge you the 2%. Again, this book breakdown, if you are looking to get into investment, right? How the stock market works, it's a great book. Again, Money Mastery, right? Master the game of money. The next book that it is said over and over by a lot of educators that this book should be taught in school. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This book has changed, has shaped a lot of lives. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert T. Kiyosaki, right? So he basically parallels, right? He has two dads, one rich, right? One poor. The other one wasn't really poor because of lack of money, but is the mindset, right? How you view money, that scarcity mindset. Do you have a scarcity mindset? Again, this book will change your life. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, again, as a financial broker, I was forced to read those books, but guess what? They changed my life. So that's why I want to bring them to you as well. If you are looking to level up, to change your life financially, to change your life, to change the trajectory of your family, your kids. There's a kids version. My grandkids are 10, 5, and 4. Oh, he turned 11. Oh my God, yeah. The 11-year-old is reading the kids version, and he is to write an essay about what he learned. So we have to teach our kids what we're learning. We need to teach them too. Again, today I always talk about mindset, change your mind, change your mind, change your mind. But I really wanted to come on and give you some tools, right? There has to be a starting point, and change your mind, to putting your mind, to align your mind with the money that you want to attract. You need to start reading, right? Again, the information I've been sharing with you guys, they're coming from books. So I brought some of the books that I've been reading that I was forced to read, right? But this book, I started reading it before my financial professional journey. David Bach, he also has a book, Smart Women Finish Strong. Again, women, this is our month. Let's start. Let's get into the habit of reading. Let's see what other people have done. Again, leaders or readers. We need to read. So the books that I have suggested for you guys to read, let's start somewhere. Besides the Bible, the second book you need to read, to be reading, is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It is not an easy book to read, but they do have a modernized version. Again, it will help you shape your ideas and turn them into tangible, right? Into projects, into businesses that will help you become rich. Again, your ideas can make you money, but if you're not tracking them, if you are not nurturing your ideas, they're going to get lost, right? Got to have a vision, right? You have to write the vision, you have to make it plain, right? Get you a planner. I think I got that from no, I got that from Amazon. But Dollar Tree has some goals planners. Go to Dollar Tree, right? Learn, teach. Work on your emotional intelligence. Because you feel certain ways doesn't mean that you have to say it, right? We don't have to say everything that we are thinking of, right? Automatic millionaire, put everything that you can, your payments, right, put them on automatic to avoid late fees, late charges, and overdraft fees. And the last book I want to talk about is a book that is where I think right now on Amazon it's about $200, because so many people are turning to this book that um, they making, as a black market with them, a marché noir avec you. So this book is The Retirement Miracle. If you are one that you want to learn how you can, right, have a sound, safe retirement plan, that in your second phase, that you do not want to run out of money, you want your money to grow for you, to work for you. Guys, our money should be working for us. We should not be working for our money. We should be the master, not money, right? The Retirement Miracle. You can find it on Amazon, and I do have it in PDF. So most of the books, most of the books that I mentioned, I have them on PDF. So reach out to me and I can get you a copy. Again, that's all I have for you guys. So again, now I've told you to shape your mind, change your mindset. I've given you the tools, right, that you need to do it. Reach out to me if you want any of those books. I have them on PDF. Again, my name is Daniella Noel. I am a licensed financial professional. My mission, my goal on this platform is to provide financial literacy. And financial literacy starts with reading. Hi, Frank Jacobs. Starts with reading. The books that we should have been reading in school, we did not. Now it's up to you to self-educate if you want to level up, if you want to become a bit better you, right? So every day you should be striving, right, to become more aligned to your higher self, your higher good. Again, thank you. That's all I have you guys for today. My name is Daniella Noel, licensed